Yo, what's going on, boys and girls? 37 Ghosts back with another video. And in this video, I guess something is gravitating me to just talk about my work experience. I want to just add on to all the layers for you guys to get to know me more and more. So yeah, I want to describe my work experience, why I started working for obvious reasons, why in less than 4 years or in 4 years time, how I went to like a happy-go-lucky 18-year-old to actually hating my fucking existence, just seeing the reality of things, not to add on top of all the rest of the things that we all have to go through. But like this video in this channel is for, it's to get to know me, and it's to just let people know that they're not alone. So I want you to kick back, whether you're playing video games or working, whatever you're doing, just put that podcast in, or the podcast headphones in, whatever you got to do, and just listen to the sound of my voice. All right, let's run it. So 37 Ghosts, why did you start working? When I was 18, I was a late bloomer, right? So I started working at 18. I wanted to only go to college. Like, I wanted to go to college and only focus on college. My family was the ones who insisted that I work. And I was honestly excited to work. I thought I could juggle the both of it. But little did I know, due to all the mental health factors, due to gooning 10 times a fucking day, during peak vid during 2020, everything was looking horrific. Okay, let's start off like that, right? So my first job was at a warehouse, at a very, let's say, popular company that everybody knows that you get your orders from. Now, working there honestly wasn't good, and it wasn't bad. I had nothing to base off of. I had nothing to base it off of. So this was my first job. What I loved is the flexibility. The flexibility was I could schedule a shift whenever I wanted, and I could call out whenever I wanted, and I didn't have to talk to a certain individual to call out or to call in. That was dope. I liked the fact that you could meet people. You could meet new people every time you ran into somebody because of how many people that worked at the facility. It was such a big facility that you most likely weren't going to work with them again. And everybody had different shifts. So even though you saw your quote-unquote coworker today, that means you might not see him for another month, if that, right? So that was cool. It was like you get to talk to people. Like after an hour or two, like it literally just turned into like this this thing where you guys could work, but like especially if it was slow, like all we did was we would either build like these boxes, right? These boxes on like these pallets, right? And that's literally all we would do, or we would pretty much just load all, it'd be called like fluid loading, and we would load all of the packages into a truck, and then we would have them shipped off, right? So when it came to that, right, we would just pretty much, you'd always end up talking to somebody, whether that be a 35-year-old or like some chick that was your age. And you could honestly hit it up right then. I remember I always would try to shoot my shot at the college girls that were my age, like the 18 to 22. Like I was so like naive. Like it never worked out. None of them worked out. But that's when I realized you really shouldn't approach women at work. That's a whole nother video topic, right? But I didn't like the authoritarian vibe of it. Mind you, I was a very free spirit. 0 to 18. My parents weren't very strict. I've never really been grounded. So to have like, I'm not gonna say I haven't been grounded, but I haven't had like a severe grounding where it's like my parents aren't controlling. My parents would pretty much let me do as I wish to a healthy extent, and it was cool. Like like that. I had very good parents, right? Um, but when I got into the workforce, I realized the authoritarian vibe of it. Like everybody was going on power trips. I never understood that. Like I would have my manager or people, depending on what color your vest was, you could tell people what to do, and like they would literally like they would, some of them would see me talking to like a girl, right, and they would literally send me to another location and then start talking to that woman. It was the wackest shit ever. It was so lame, and it was just on a power trip, ego trip, whatever. And I was very distracted by the women. I was, mind you, this is peak, like I'm peak goon right now. Like I'm 18 years old. I don't know I have a porn addiction. Like I'm just peak goon. Like I was such a loser. I was literally going to sleep during the daytime and waking up at night and working these 3 a.m., 7 a.m. shifts and thinking I was gassed out. Like I was a loser. But I dropped out of college. I couldn't handle the both of them. I didn't have the energy, and just a complete loser, honestly. Like I don't know how any other way to describe it. I told my family that I was going to take a gap year, right? And they said, "Oh yeah, you should work full time," and I really advocated for myself that I wasn't going to do that, and that I need to focus on myself. I need to really just take a break off of everything. And little did I know that would sidetrack my life so fucking bad to the point where in 2025 I'm still recovering from that. Right? I literally, honestly, for a year became a NEET. I definitely worked, but like I was working such little hours, like 4 to 8 hours a week, just to have my family shut up about it, so I could say that, oh yeah, I am working. Oh yeah, they're just cutting my hours. But max, I would work 16 to 20 hours a week, and just play video games, goon, talk to my boys, and just I didn't feel like I was getting left behind, but in reality I was. I ended up getting fired. I actually got promoted to like a quality assistance member, where I would look at the packages and make sure they're all good to go. And I had a certain color vest, so I thought I was an authority figure, but I never abused my power at all. Right? Ended up getting fired because I just stopped showing up. I always, even though you could call out, like I was so lazy to fucking do so. Like I would forget half of the time, and I did it like over 10 times, and eventually I scanned my code and it didn't work, and I got the email saying, unfortunately 37 Ghosts, we're gonna have to let you go. And I was like, that's justified. I'm like, I'm not even tripping about this. Like that's fair. At the time I realized, during maybe March of 2021, I started doing Uber Eats. And it was very fun. It was the peak vid. I'm in the capital of the most liberal state in the country. Like people are scared of the vid, and people are ordering packages and food like fucking crazy. So I was actually making good money. I was making 22 an hour as a 19-year-old. And when I got fired from Amazon, like I wasn't tripping because I had both of those jobs I was balancing. And it was fun. Like it was the fact that I was free, although I was in my family's car. Like I was free for a certain period of time. I felt youthful. I felt like I could actually be out, and it was just fun to like go to certain places, not knowing where you're gonna go. Like some places, sometimes I just end up in Yolo County, Placer County, wherever, just set all over, wherever, right? And it would just bounce back like wherever I, yeah, pretty much wherever I'd go. It's just like it was just an adventure, and I loved it. The only thing that I hated about Uber Eats was the fact that inconsistent money. So I averaged out at $2.22 an hour. There were days where I would clock in and I would literally make like $30 off of an 8-hour shift. But there would be some days, the most I've ever made in a day was 35 an hour. So that was like $300 that I took home that day. That was like, and it was the end of 2021. It was raining like crazy. Anybody who was in the NorCal area, in like the Sacramento area, knew back then in that year, like it was flooding, like it was almost like a tsunami in NorCal, and it was literally like puddles everywhere, like flooded the streets, and I was making fucking bands. 35 an hour for that whole week, and I brought home like 1,000 plus. But it was just that like it just bouncing forward with the money. I hated that shit. Like I couldn't rely on it, and I was using my family's car, and we all had to share the same car, and it sucked because some days like I would wake up to thinking I was gonna make money to see that the car was gone, so I couldn't make money, and then I would ask for rent, and I'd be like, I can't pay for it. It's just an all over stressful fucking situation. So I decided to work at a tire shop. Now I'm age 20. I failed to buy my dream car at the point where I wanted to. That's a whole different video that I already made. I'll link that in the description, right? How that changed my life, right? So, age 20, I'm working at this tire shop. And I really think it's cool. Like it's a masculine job. I'm working on cars. Like I love that. I get to see my coworkers every day. But it just slowly turned into, I really revealed myself way too much. In the first few weeks, to the point where I was known as a goofball, as I was known as a clown, and they made fun of me. And I couldn't shake that reputation. Moving forward, it was the first time, honestly, in my life where I felt bullied, and which that's funny because like I'm in my 20s, like I'm like in my teens, like I would say I was more of a bully than anything, but this was my first experience with being bullied. Like I was fucked over. I remember because I was balding, my haircut looked wicked. Like my haircut looked fucking weird, and one of my coworkers said I looked like Marty from Madagascar, and everybody, just the uproar was fucking crazy, and it's just that really fucking hurt my ego. Like to this day, I'm like, I have to make sure my hair doesn't look like a fucking mess. But yeah, it's just, I felt at that job, I felt the pace was too fast. And due to me trying to battle the porn addiction and the bad food habits, I didn't have the energy that I wanted. And plus, I was drinking coffee every day, so I never got the sleep that I wanted. And I never got the correlation. Then I picked up a nasal spray addiction. I just have an addictive personality, right? And I couldn't get good sleep, couldn't eat well, was releasing my seed with porn, bro. And I just didn't have the energy to keep up with these guys. And I was known as a guy who wasn't good, who was just average. Like the shop didn't need me. It was helpful in certain points. Like I had my good days, I had my bad days, but overall not an impressive employee. And that really fucked with me because I tried to find worth in trying to please my coworkers and my managers, and it never worked. And they were doing some slime ball shit. They were stealing shit out of cars. They would say that your car was good even though it wasn't. They were sacrificing quantity over quality just to get the customer out as soon as possible. And I just have a better moral sense, and I did not like that. And I was always criminalized for it. And in my last video, I described why I left that job. I got to the breaking point. They made fun of me for taking a longer lunch to get a haircut. Mind you, to be fair, it was a 2-hour lunch or whatever. and they kind of just ragged on me. If you work at a mechanic shop or construction, you know how bad it can get when it comes to the name calling and all that shit. They show you all those OSHA or like whatever videos on how to treat people at the workplace. Bro, I used to order clothes, and I would walk in, it would have my name, and instead of saying the name 37 Ghost, it would say Monkey or the N-word or whatever, right? Like, it was fucked. And I had my breaking point where all my managers were making fun of me, and making fun of that my car broke down, making fun about my experiences with women, and making fun of my haircut, and like, not to play with a man's hair, and just the whole overall experience. I broke. Like, it was really, I really cussed them out. Like, I really stormed out. I asked for a two-week break, and I knew I couldn't really stay back at that job, and I had to really I started applying to a bunch of these jobs. I didn't care what it was, just if the pay was good. And due to the entropy of my life, due to the fact that I was struggling to get back into college and all of that, which I actually very much enjoyed college. It's just I didn't have the grit. And I feel as though, like, to this point, I wasn't lazy. Like, now I'm working 40 hours a week. But now it's to juggle college and going to school and battling all the mental health issues that I was battling with. It's like, it's not laziness anymore. It's literally like society has you where you want them, and not to add the authoritarian aspect of the managers. Not even my main supervisor. My main supervisor was cool, but unfortunately he knew that all this shit was going on, but didn't care unless like something legal came in, and then he kind of tried to sweep it under the rug. Anytime other supervisors from different stores would like as a collective watch what we do, we would act like saints. But when they were gone, all the racial slurs and all of the name calling would come out from them, not from me, because I tried to keep my integrity. But they were just fucked, man, just fucked. And I never felt valued at my workplace to add on top of that. So with all the shit that was going on, I tried to look for anything, and I just ended up getting a job as an exterminator. Mind you, that all of the shit that happened at my tire shop correlated from my job as an exterminator. They pretty much only value quantity over versus quality. They don't care how good the service is. They just want you to be in and out, charge them, and get the fuck out, and make sure they shut up about the service. And I hate that. I really hate the fact that, first off, I don't have a say in anything. The job that I started working at as an exterminator was pretty much, if you didn't finish, you had a route, right? And it would be a route of these houses around the city. And if you didn't finish that route, you would have to work a Saturday. If you didn't finish any of your routes, like, you would have to work Monday through Saturday. And yeah, the money was fucking a lot. Like, this was my first time making $6,000+ a month, but I was fucking miserable. And being an exterminator isn't as sexy as a mechanic, right? Like, nobody wants to be that job. You knock on a door and they tell you, oh, I don't know how you're able to do this. Or they're like, oh yeah, the bug guy. Like, do you really think I want to be associated with the bug guy? I want to be out of this industry as soon as possible. And it's what I am now. And I felt like that even that really might have even encouraged my girlfriend number 0 to leave me, because I'm a fucking exterminator. It's a gross industry, and it's just like, she's gonna call the shots, and I'm gonna have to deal with it because I'm in an ugly profession. I'm not gonna say it's the whole truth, but it's definitely correlated. And I just hated the fact that, like, these guys, like, in this field, this pest control field, like, they don't give service. Like, it's everything is correlated, and it's like, I'm not getting paid well. I'm not getting paid At my exterminator job, I was, but like we're servicing, we're doing all these things just to give people a bullshit service and for them to shut up about it at the end of the day and just keep moving forward. And I really hate that shit. It really bothers me because and they cut hours every now and then. I've worked at two companies now. I'm at a different company than I was before. I didn't intend to go back to a pest control company, but they were the first to hire me, and I needed a job because I literally had no job. Because I decided to think it was a good idea to hop ship without having another job planned, and I almost fucked myself. I lost 10K off of that, and that was a very scary experience that I hope I never have to deal with again. And I just really don't like how I'm at. I feel like I'm worthless. I feel like AI can replace me incredibly easily. I feel as though I feel as though I never meet up to what they want. They want me to do 16, 17 houses a day. They wanted me to bang out cars in 5 to 15 minutes. They want me to scan 300 boxes in an hour at Amazon and or at the let's get fuck yeah at Amazon, whatever, right? And it really just it always feels like I'm not enough. It always feel like I can be replaced, which I absolutely know I can. And it's like now that I didn't go to college, and now that I always felt like I always tried to get back into college, but I never had the grit, the mental strength to keep working 40 plus hours a week and go to school. It just never correlated. It's either one or the other. And now I really can't sacrifice just I can't sacrifice work. And now I'm at this point where I'm working 40 plus hours a week, and now I don't have the grind to do anything. All I do is work and go to the gym and go to an occasional party where I feel absolutely invisible. And this life is just so fucked. And it's like I see my friends graduating, or they grew up with they have much better connections than I did, family speaking, and they're working amazing jobs. And I'm not even going to say that I am incredibly behind them, because I do have a solid record. I do have my certificates, and it's time to use that to my advantage. I plan on really jumping into like HVAC electrician, or like an electrician, something like that, something that's masculine, something that's actually like, hey, like it's actually respected and it makes fucking money. And I'm really working towards that. I think as like March rolls around, I think I'm going to do like a part-time thing and really try to learn that skill where I can pick up both traits as like an electrician or an HVAC technician or whatever, get my certificates, really enroll back in the school, because I do have classes that are done, and really use semen retention for my benefit. And I know it's not the end all be all, but I definitely know the energy changes, and I'm definitely probably going to use a whole different video on semen retention and how that changed my life. I'm on day 2 right now. But yeah, man, like I just have to get out of this rut. Like when I say escape velocity, this is what I mean. And this is just in one aspect. This is just work. I'm tired of feeling like I'm worthless. And I don't think it's a me thing. I don't think it's like, oh yeah, I'm just self-sabotaging. Like I literally feel worthless. I really feel replaceable, because I know I am. I know that I'm not the best. I know that I'm not the worst. And I don't really change the work environment. Nobody listens to me when I try to make any compromise. And mind you, I am not delusional. I know that the company has these certain frames of mind, certain things that they have to abide by. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, can we do it this way? I think this way is kind of better. Can we work towards doing it this way? It could solve a lot of the problems that we're both having. And they never listen to me. And it's like, it's literally every realm of my life. It's literally my living environment, which I had to move out of, and my relationships with women, it always seems like it's either her way or the highway. No matter what woman I deal with, and they never respect me, and I always have to. I don't. I'm not mad at them. I'm not. I really am not mad at them. I'm really. I hate to say black pilled on this because I think the whole pilled shit. Like really doing research. I was doing research on this the whole weekend, and I'm thinking like black pilled, red pilled, blue pilled. It's all so fucking stupid. But like I was listening to these black pilled these guys on the work environment, and it's just like you really can't change it. It's like you either have to level up and become an entrepreneur or get a job that pays so well that you don't trip off this shit, or you start investing or whatever you need to do, right? Or you just tolerate being a wagey and being a peon and knowing that you can be replaced in an instant. And a lot of people are cool with this, but I'm not. And it's just one area of life where I just feel like it's a front. Like I feel like my life is literally World War One on the Western Front. Like I am pushing every day to work towards something better, and whether it be from women, whether it be from family, whether it be from my work environment, and all the other black swan events that happen, it's literally me clashing with both of them. And it's not clash in per se where it's like a battlefield, like I hate them, but it's more so like I know how they operate, and I'm trying to level up so high where it's like I don't get affected by their bullshit. That's what 3.0 is. That's what 4.0 is. People call me lost for thinking like this. And I think they're equally as lost. Now, mind you, I definitely have some trauma that I definitely need to fix and definitely need to look withinward. And this is what this YouTube channel is about. I make these YouTube videos, yes, for potential money gain, yes, for potential clout, but it really is therapeutic. I'm in my closet right now. Nobody knows who 37 Ghost is. Nobody would ever catch a clue to who this is. And I just really vent out who I am and who I think. And it's very therapeutic. And it's really the beginning of the healing process. I would even say I'm the 3.0 version of myself. I think I'm still the 2.5, 2.0 version of myself. I'm transitioning. And I've been this 2.5 version of myself ever since I was 19, and I'm ready for the better version of myself, and that's the 3.0 version of myself, which is 37 Ghost. And this is the healing journey which I want to document. Yeah, so to summarize, the warehouse job was pretty much, I was a gooner. I was distracted by women. I hated the authoritarian way of management, how they would boss me around just to talk to the women that I was talking to, or just for a power trip. I would mess up constantly. I would break boxes, do all this stuff, and it just sucked. That was one. Doing like a DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that. Inconsistent, using family's cars, like the fact that I didn't have my own car, the wear and tear on my car, it just sucked, and it was just not worth it at the end of the day. And the inconsistency, and some people were just, they didn't know if they wanted to drop it off at the door or meet at the door, and they would call to complain, and the customer was always right. It was BS. Working at this tire shop was pretty much just having to deal with borderline racism. I don't like to throw out the race card all the time because true racism is evil, right? But the racial comments, the just the bullying, just the work environment, just how shitty it was, and just unrealistic expectations. It just sucked, man. It really just fucking sucked. And even at this jobs as an exterminator, yes, I am now certified to be an exterminator. I have my license for it. It's a gross ass job. Who the fuck wants to be an exterminator? One, yes, I make more money, right? But yeah, man, it's like I don't like to give people bullshit service, and if I have to take my time and do a thorough good service, but have my co-workers shame me for it, so be it. I like to give people what they pay for, and I want to cleanse my soul. I know that, like, I feel like that God is going to give me gifts as soon as I cleanse my soul, because I really treat people with respect. I really treat women with respect. I really treat the customers with respect. I really treat my family with respect, even though they don't treat me with respect for the most part. But I really just try. And I feel as though the only reason why I'm not being blessed is because I'm too corrupted by my past experiences. And that's why I need to heal. And that's what this YouTube channel is really about. I'm thinking about seeking therapy. I'm thinking about seeking mental health, like all the stuff that I need to do. But yeah, man, I'm really trying to figure this out, man. And I have a very strong goal. I think I can get my AA within a year from now. I think I can get HVAC certified and electrician, maybe not certified, but it's experience within a year from now. So I'll be 23, AA, HVAC experience, electrician experience, plus all the other experience that I've had. Plus, I've had experience with working in management at my warehouse job. Just being able to do that, right? Just an amazing experience, right? And just having that solid resume, I feel as though, and if this YouTube channel pops off, right? Like, bro, like it could also, like all of this could all be worth it at the end of the day. And I'm suffering so much, right? But I remember when I became the 2.0 version of myself, which I will describe in another video, that 2-month period of me leveling up was nothing compared to the riches that I got as 2.0, right? So the suffering that I'm going through with the 2.5 version of myself, these past 4 years, I think is at the end of the day is going to be worth it. Because everything is just going to coalesce and it's all going to come together where I can treat women with respect and they love me, where I can physically love who I am, where I can literally become the best at my job and create my own job, becoming an entrepreneur, which I've always wanted to do, and just live my dream life. And I just hate my existence, and I really want to heal from all of this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know this video is kind of loose script. I know this video is kind of weird. I just want to stay consistent. I went to Cars and Coffee and out today, and I tried to get some POV videos for you guys with the Meta glasses, but my Meta glasses died during it, so it wasn't going to be a solid video, so I decided to make this video instead. I know it wasn't my best quality, but unfortunately quantity is more important right now, because I've told myself for years that I was going to do this like YouTube channel, but I always pushed it back because, oh yeah, I don't feel good, oh yeah this, oh yeah that. I don't care. I'm pumping out videos every week, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know what you guys want to see POV wise. Let me know what you guys want to know story time wise, and I'm going to just continue to pump out content. This is the most consistent I've ever been with this YouTube shit, so I don't care. That first video popping off is enough motivation that I need to keep pushing. So thank you guys for your support. I appreciate everybody who subscribed, all 15 of you. I love everybody who has clicked on this video, who has liked this video. Even if you dislike it, even if you have critiques that you want to comment in the video below, please let me know. But yeah, I know this video was all over the place, but yeah, let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you guys want to see in the future. This was 37 Ghost, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.